Hi everyone. Are you ready for a dynamic session today? We'll be doing kriyas today. What you have in Hatha Yoga in the stretching practice, you have asana, which are the poses. The poses that you generally hold still. Conversely, the kriyas are different. These are movements. That is a movement. Kriya means action. Doing something, and usually means something dynamic. So it's a different way of approaching the body. So we will be doing kriyas today, kriya yoga. So sitting along your mat, if you have a mat. One thing to remember about these movements, try to think of Tai Chi. The way Tai Chi is practiced, it is very slow and smooth and very light. You're not tightening your muscles or your joints. So when you move gently like flowing water. This is how to move the body in a beautiful way, and you'll find that your joints start clicking and clearing if you can be relaxed. But if you overdo the effort, exertion, and you are tight in the way you do things or pushy, you won't access the best feeling at the end, and also it just won't work as well. So explore this soft idea. So what we'll do is we'll start with the hips and knees. Knee bends. Starting out slowly. I just want to clarify how to do this in terms of your mindfulness. The movement is slow and smooth. You're not pulling hard here. Don't pull the knee to the chest. Don't slide and drag. Place the heel down. Now you might be surprised, but doing things very slowly is harder than doing them quickly. Try to be aware of a good posture. Now, the breath that we're adding to this movement, you could breathe either way, so it doesn't matter. But there's a practice that I really like adding to this. So, you breathe in, away. And at this point, you have a full breath and your abdominals expand outwards. Your lower sides expand outwards. Your lower back expands outwards. So from here downwards, like a barrel, open out. That's the breath in. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, forwards. Excellent posture from down low. Breathe out, coming back. You can do this through the nose if you are feeling relaxed and comfortable. If you're starting to run out of breath, breathe through the mouth. So if you want, you can really slow this down. Let's try that. This is a much more thorough practice. We want to feel the muscles engaging each other step by step. Break these movements down into 1,000 parts or points. This is the subtlety of Tai Chi. It builds strength. You've got that part when the leg extends and is still off the ground, then it goes down. You may feel yourself warming up. So as we continue, the practice gets stronger. It's the same with all the poses. And particularly if we're doing this abdominal work, this lower abdominal work, that's where we're creating heat. So if it's cold in winter, do these dynamic practices. So what we're doing is we're breaking up the tensions of the body. The tensions are habitual. We are changing those habits in the body, and it's the same with meditation. Don't try to forcefully change yourself. Just understand the tensions that you have historically built up within yourself, in your body and mind, and allow them to change. Give them space to change. So we want to have a relaxed approach, not a sporty approach. If you only do this in a sporty way, then I don't know, it's like buying a ticket to a movie and not going to actually watch the movie. Okay, let's add an extra hard bit if you like. Hold the leg. Relax your breath. Even if the muscles are shaking, don't worry. Heel down. The other leg. Hold it. Good posture. Extend the toes. Feel your abdominals. They're locking here. Next leg. Again, if you can, raise it a bit more. And down. And one more time. Just relax into the pressures, the shaking, the discomfort. It's a very good digestive compression. Relax your lower back. Okay, gently down. Well done. Ease forwards, just comfortable. Chest up. Resting. If you're out of breath, breathe through the mouth. You can have the two-fingered gun hooked in to the big toes if you like, but press the big toes forwards as well. Also, we don't need to turn the feet that way. Turn them back towards you so that they're going very in straight lines. Chest up. Don't be straining here. Try to be restful. Relax. We are resting after the work we've been doing. We need to feel the body settling again. So if you're working now, then you won't be able to feel that. Explore the tensions of your body right now, perhaps in your neck, shoulders, upper back. Have a sigh. Okay, come back. Just loosen your torso a bit. You can loosen your hammies a little bit here. Why are we doing this? We're checking. Am I loose? Am I tight? Am I getting stuck? Am I overdoing things? Am I pushing? Am I relaxing more and more deeply? Okay. Alright, feet together. Now we're going to do rowing. Rowing in a particular way, in a very slow Tai Chi way, in a very mindful way. So, hands up, the fingers are open. You come forwards, grab onto the oars, and then closing your fingers, draw backwards to the chest, and the chest is very upright. Breathe in, forwards, and breathe out, back. We're not worrying about the abdominals in this one, because we're breathing out here on the deepest part of this practice, the strongest part, where the most energy is, this pulling back. You've got to work on the idea that you are rowing in a lake and you feel the resistance of the water as you pull back. If you create that feeling, it will be quite strong in your arms and chest. Keep the legs straight. Don't reach too far. Don't overreach. So still with the fingers, you are very light and smooth. Now see if you can slow this down even more. Breathing in, forward. Breathing out, back. The slower you do it, the more dense it can become. I need to remember to keep my knees down, because if I forget, they start to come up. Really explore that coming forwards. Spread your fingers out, extend your body, grab on, and then closing the fingers. Now the strength is coming into your chest and arms. You're open and clear coming forwards and light, and then you're strengthening coming back. This very simple movement does not need a machine where you get resistance from the machine. You don't need a prop here. You just need your own body relative to gravity. That's how yoga was always designed, not needing props. Now, let's lighten it up. We're going to speed it up and make it light and easy. So we're exploring a different speed. So you can do these movements a little bit quicker, faster, but you're still so light in the fingers and muscles of your arms. So you're not pushing now. Just because we've changed speed doesn't mean that you are any less light or relaxed. The muscles love oxygen. The brain loves oxygen. Because we're going for a while, if you've been wasting energy, you will be exposed. If you've been going too far, for example, or too heavy, even if your breath is overdone, you will start fatiguing. This is Raja Yoga. Take rest whenever you need. Now let's go back to slow. As slow as you can. Pulling back up to the chest, and the chest is open here. Try to have a pretty straight spine. Feel the bones of your fingers extending and then closing. This beautiful unfurling feeling of the arms, hands and fingers, and then the closing in. Now you know we could breathe the opposite way, and it would be similar to the knee bend practice that we did before, in terms of being able to utilize the extra aspect of engaging the lower abdominal area at this point when you come back, where you are holding full. So let's try it. Change your breath. Breathe out forwards, relax and release. Breathe in and have a nice solid feeling down low in your lower abdominals, lower back, lower sides, like a barrel down here, expanding outwards. Breathe out forwards. Breathe in. Hold, chest open. Breathe out forwards. Breathe in. Powerful strength in your body, using the energy of the breath. Breathe out forwards. Your posture is built upon this lower base. Say to yourself in your mind, my body is strong. My body is flexible. Say in your mind, my mind is strong. My mind is flexible. as we are fatiguing towards the end, this is the time to pay more attention to technique. Direct the body towards the ideal. Give it a chance to mold to those shapes which are built upon no tension. So if you're fatiguing in your shoulders or elbows, if you're getting sore, it's quite possible that you are tightening those muscles. And maybe this is a good way for you to really learn about that and really be aware of the exact areas that you are tight all the time. This is a mindfulness practice. We'll do one more. Breathe in and hold it. Lower abdominals, lower back expanding outwards. Arms relaxed but closed. Chest is open. And release. Close your eyes. Just sit restfully here. Do not try to extend forwards. Feel any tiredness in your body, any heat. Okay, we definitely need to rest after that effort. Well done. So, lie down and have a break. Turn the palms up and outwards. Shoulders are opening. Get the shoulder blades flat underneath. Drop the chin a little bit without overdoing it. Just check that your toes and ankles are loose. Then have an excellent sigh and release. Feel your body settling, and then feel your mind changing shape. have a deep breath. Feel that your body has rested well and that it has changed. We might have been hot, tired, out of breath, with a high heart rate. By taking more time to rest properly, we have settled back, hopefully, or mostly, into a position of readiness for the next practice. We have completed the previous practice. We have restored and hopefully recovered. But also we have processed completely what we just did. And it needs to play out through thought as much as through change in the body's system. And you need to learn about that processing. You need to watch it over time. So in the beginning, we have a complete lack of awareness of ourselves, a lack of awareness of our body, our mind, our emotions, our behaviors, our habits, our diet, our energy levels, etc. This is beginner mind. And then we start to develop an awareness of our body with Hatha Yoga practice. But the deeper mindfulness work is to develop awareness of your own mind, your emotions, your psychologies, your pathologies. So it has to work slowly, step by step, over time, as you keep removing the veil and seeing more, noticing. Oh, wow, I did not recognize that before. I did not think it was there. This is a continual process through the practice of yoga, the system of yoga. We're all at a different point on that program, and we work from here. But if you look towards a deeper practice, this will get you there quicker. If you don't look towards it, you could completely miss it. Alright, now we're going to do a simple practice that actually becomes quite strong. So, I'll show you the base here, and then I'm going to move and change the camera to a further away distance so that you can see the full pose, and we'll do it together. I just want to show you the feet are turned outwards and the legs are wide. So if I was facing this way along the mat, then I might have my feet off the mat. And I want to be upright with my spine and chest. Okay, not like this. Try to get the spine pretty straight. You want to try it? Just try it. This is hard. If we hold it, this will really build. But we're not going to do that. So we just get a taste. See, I'm on my fingers on a bridge, like I'm playing piano. And I'm lifting up and away from each finger. Press your toes down, chest up. Relax into your hips. But don't drop your hips all the way down to here. We want to keep this fairly right angle position of the knee bend and the hips pretty much at knee height. Chest up, have a deep breath. Have your hands in a prayer pose, breathe in, and then we're slowly coming up, and then arms apart, dropping and resting. Stay there and have a sigh, and I'm going to move and get the camera in a different position. Okay, so we're standing, we've got the feet turned outwards. My feet are outside my hip line. And if I was on the mat, I would have them off the mat. And I could take them wider, but that would be stronger. Okay, now this is a dynamic movement. And because I've got the camera at a certain point, you can only see the top of my head, but there will be a point where we raise the arms. What's that look like? The arms raise, fingers open, and you look up. That's what we do each time. But that's when you're standing. So this is the movement. Down, coming up, fingers opening, looking up, coming down, the fingers are closing, not touching the ground, chest up, coming back up, the fingers are opening. You can start doing this, breathing in, coming down, and you feel like you're carrying two ropes that are holding some bricks, a bag of bricks, and it feels quite heavy here. Your chest is up, your fingers are closed. Now you are coming up, opening the hands, releasing, looking up, your throat is open, the fingers are open, stretching on the exhalation. Breathing in, coming down, like before, the lower abdominals expand outwards, lower back. Breathe out, coming up. The abdominals draw inwards. Keep going. Get a solid feeling here. Hold it slightly, then come up. We're doing it very slowly. I am breathing through the nose as long as I feel comfortable, relaxed. Now keep going. You might like to take the feet wider, but that will make it stronger. When you come up from down low, press all of your toes down. Try that. That is a much more dense way to do this practice. To really feel it in the legs and hips. When you're up, you can hold it longer as well. Really extend the fingers, look up, lengthen your arms. When you're down, you can hold that for longer too, and try to get your balance even over heels and toes and sides of feet. Take breaks if you need them. When you are up, drawing the lower abdominals inwards. If you are overheating and your heart rate is surging, breathe through the mouth. You can do 2 breaths to this pattern. Breathing in down here, holding the breath. Then breathing out, coming up and extending and releasing the breath. And then having another breath, a sigh. And that really takes the pressure off. So we can be exploring both positions. This Kriya is a transition between 2 poses. So you can hold at each end for longer and longer if you like. Check that your wrists are not too tight, or your fingers, or your shoulders. I'm holding the breath here, the full breath, and releasing. You can see it's getting strong. It just gets stronger and stronger as you fatigue. But we can just keep going as long as you make yourself lighter and lighter in the way you're doing things. See, we don't need to do many practices. There are hundreds of practices, but we can really isolate and focus. Pick one practice, do it deeply. Pick one pose, hold it for a long time. Do it again, rest. Do it again and rest. And then you will learn much more. And the next day you will be learning more as you feel the reactions in your body. And if you start to feel your mind changing in particular ways, then you're really learning. Just a couple more. So just relax the breath at the top here. Press your toes down, lengthen your body from fingertips to the soles of your feet and your heels. Notice the tight muscles in your back. Coming back down, one more round. Feel the weight of these bricks that we're carrying. You're just holding them here, that's the best you can do. You have a lift in your chest. You're trying to relax your hips and thighs and knees and ankles. Press the toes down without pushing. Don't hold the breath. We're holding the pose for longer. Have a few breaths. Release pressure with your breath. 15 seconds if you can. Now when we come up, you've got to feel the bricks that you're carrying. They're heavy. Breathe in. And then breathing out, lifting those heavy bricks slowly, slowly, and breathing out, coming up again, all the way up and out, and releasing. And then drop the arms outwards and relax. Well done. Close your eyes. Sorry that you can't see me. Close your eyes. Focus on the feeling you have right now. Notice your heartbeat. Feel your body settling. Notice the heat. Notice your breathing. Just be relaxed, still and quiet. So feel how the pose is settling, the body is settling, the mind is settling, you're resting. We're going to change that. We're going to do one little thing extra. We're going to do the same movement again 10 times, but this time, fairly quickly, we're changing pace, but do this as lightly as possible. Now this is a practice that I would do in the morning before I do meditation. I wake up, my body's a bit tired or whatever, a bit slow, a bit low on oxygen, so I just want to open it up gently, and I do this in a very light way without wasting energy. So I'll just show you a couple times. Breathe in, breathe out. Really light and easy. So when you're ready, start doing it. Let's do 10. Really comfortable. You know all the details, do them well, but just do them easily. Is that 5, 6. Look up each time. And last one. And when you come up, take the arms out and down. Step out, feet are hip width and straight. Close your eyes, have a deep breath. And then lie down and rest. So you're lying down, your body nice and open and restful, your eyes closed. Feeling everything settle. Studying deeply the feeling from the body in the way it says, I love to rest. I have a limited amount of energy each moment. Very much related to my past is how limited that energy is. And now we are resting to restore energy. Mentally take a break, let go of the breathing, rest completely, and feel yourself processing change. Have a deep breath. You've had a good time to rest your body. Can you now please move to a sitting position? Close your eyes. Have a really good breath. Check if you feel restful, relaxed, clear, energized, light. Or do you have a sense of your deep fatigue and the heaviness of tiredness that is still in your body? Perhaps we have only softened the edges of your tensions and your tiredness. Or perhaps we have cleared it. The more you practice this with skill, the more easily you will be able to clear away and release, to become more relaxed, more easily. So we've been doing movements, actions, kriyas. We've been aware of slowness and smoothness and lightness and gentleness with the whole body. We've certainly opened up the breathing. You should be more relaxed now and breathing much better than an hour ago. That is a result of the practice, of the tools. Now let's look at the breath in more detail. Close your eyes, close your mouth. Let's see if we can lengthen and deepen the breath in a slow and light way. Slowly in all the way towards full, and feel your chest expand and your stomach. And if you can, feel the lower abdominals and lower back and lower sides expanding outwards with the full breath. And then it all releases as the breath comes down. Slowly releasing, lightly flowing all the way down, feeling your abdominals drawing inwards. Get right down low into the lower abdominals or even down into the pelvis. Breathing in again, but do this at your pace. When you start out with a breathing technique, you have a listening mind. You are listening to your body's capacity at this time. And you are not pushing. You can find a way to create space for yourself by relaxing deeply into and around the breath. And hopefully you can learn to do the same with your whole body when you are stretching. Slow, deep breathing, exactly as it is named, it is described. If your breath does not have a slowness to it, then you have not got the right feeling. Anyway, we want to have a relaxed approach right now. we're relaxing into flow, inner flow. We've been doing outward flow, using the grosser parts of the body, the more solid and heavy parts. Now we have an awareness of subtle flow within the body, within the breath. Your mind is relaxing into this slow calmness. Also, you can be aware of energy flowing around the body. At the least, we know there is blood flowing around the body. We've certainly improved our circulation today. We've loosened the tension of our joints. It's a hydraulic system, the blood system. We don't want to be tied in the shoulders or the hips because that restricts blood flow to the fingers and toes. We don't want to be tied in the neck. This restricts blood flow to the brain and the eyes. So feel your body as loose, open, and flowing. Flowing blood, or even the idea of perhaps flowing energy. Out to your fingertips and back to the heart. Down to the tips of the toes and back to the heart. Keep the breath going. There's one more flow I want you to think of, to try. It's a circular flow of energy around the body, the torso. This is something, if you practice Taoist practices, Qigong, Tai Chi. Keep your eyes closed, keep the breath flowing. Now, the pattern of energy, the flow we are trying to create, this is the direction it goes. From the base of your spine, it comes all the way up your lower back, spinal area, mid-back, upper back, along the spine, up into the neck, into the head, and then over the top of the head, down past the forehead, into the third eye position, or the space between the eyebrows, coming down now inside your head, and have the tongue touching the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, and that is considered a seal for this energetic current. The energy is inside your mouth and flows down the tip of the tongue, down into your throat, into your chest, coming down the front of the body in line with the spine, coming down to the dantian, or the second chakra position in your lower abdominal area, going down lower into the front of the pelvis, down underneath the base of the pelvis, again coming up to the spine, coming up the spine, flowing up through the back of the neck, the back of the head, up to the top of the head, over and down into the forehead, the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. From the roof of the mouth it touches your tongue and comes through the tongue, down into your throat, coming down into the chest. The chest is open, coming down through the upper abdominals, down to the lower abdominals, and we'll do one more round down the front of the pelvis, groin, underneath the base of the pelvis, coming up the tailbone, up your lower spine, coming up mid-spine, upper spine, neck, into the back of the head, coming up the back of the head and over the top of the head, down the forehead, into the third eye point, into the mouth now, the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. It comes down into the tongue, into the throat, down the chest, down the stomach, belly button, into the lower dantian or second chakra area, and just hold there as though you have filled energy, but continue to feel that flow, that circular flow, with the tongue touching the roof of the mouth to seal that channel. And you can imagine it at different speeds, and you can also add white color. Okay, that'll do. Through the mouth, have a big breath in and a deep sigh. See if you feel energized, light and clear, or at least relaxed, hopefully restored. Open your eyes. Look at the space you're in. Here you are in the world. It's another day. We continue. Let's make the most of it. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If this session has been helpful or beneficial to you and you feel like donating, you can do that at my website. Thank you. Take care. Try to remain open in the face of fear. Try to be meditative, mindful, composed in the face of drama. Hari Om.